Hello. Hi guys, so this is me, this future me editing, and before the episode starts, I do just want to say that I am in the video. I'm just camouflaged into the wall because I messed with the lighting in my room in an effort to make me look less pale, because in my previous episodes, I looked so insanely pale, but that effort was unfortunately a complete miss because I managed to make myself so pale that I'm the exact same color as the wall behind me. So it might be hard to spot me due to the camouflage, but if you look really close, I am in fact there. And so I did just want to make sure that you guys didn't think that I kind of was showing you guys a blank wall. I am there. So yeah, enjoy. Hey gang, welcome back. I hope everyone is doing fantastic and wonderful and amazing and awesome and in as good a mood as I am. For some reason, actually I think I know why, I'm in a fantastic mood. I'll get into why in a little bit, but I do want to start out with saying that this podcast has a new name. It's called The Midwest, and I think that's a fire name. I think it's perfect. I think it perfectly encapsulates what I'm going for. Now, did I put a poll on my Instagram story and ask, should I keep the old name or should I change it to The Midwest? Yes, I did. Now, did my friends vote for the old one? Yes, they did. And am I still changing the name? Yes, I am. I think, have you guys ever just like flipped a coin before and it landed on tails and you were a little bit disappointed deep down because the whole time you kind of wanted heads? I think that's a little bit of what happened. So, yeah. Also, I will say, like, I came up with the name The Midwest, and I didn't come up with the previous name. I used ChatGPT to, like, help me come up with a name, because I was just I couldn't really think of one. And so, that old name, like, just never really felt like it was mine, because it wasn't. And, The Midwest feels more mine, because it is. And so, that's why we're changing it. I think it's perfect, though, because I'm in the Midwest right now. And also, like, it's keeping the idea that the podcast is, like, lame, because I'm talking about absolutely nothing. And so, it's, like, the Midwest, but also it's mid, so it's perfect. Also, it still works for when I'm back in California, because it'll still be the Midwest. It's just now I'm in the West, and it's mid. So, I think it's perfect, and I'm happy that, like, I now have a name that, like, I feel like is mine. So, that's why I'm changing the name. And, yeah. Now that that's out of the way, I did already pour the Dr. Pepper, because I did film for, like, 15 minutes just now. But I was, like, really hyper and talking really fast. And so I'm trying to slow down my words right now. Because I was, like, zooming through things. And I feel like it wasn't very, like, I feel like it wouldn't be enjoyable to listen to. So now I'm trying to slow down, because I don't need to be talking at 1,000 words per second. Getting into the new things on the wall. Actually, before we get into the new things on the wall, let me get into this. 80% chance this falls. It's been falling, because I'm trying to tape it to the wall with masking tape. And this isn't supposed to be just taped to a wall, because it's like an actual, like, frame thing that's supposed to stand. But I don't want to use a command hook, because I don't want to ruin the back of it. And I don't want it to stand, I want it to be on my wall. So we're just kind of pushing it into the wall, praying that the masking tape holds, and it is not holding. So, again, 80% chance that this falls in the middle of the episode. Same with this. Actually, this has already fallen, and I just taped it. So, this I got at a Guardians game the other day. Very happy with this purchase. I'm a big fan. I needed something that said I'm in Ohio, and so this is one of them. I'm working on getting another Ohio sign. However, I just don't want my funds to be going to that at the moment, as I do not have a source of income, so I'm trying to only buy things that I need at the moment. Then we have this pencil that Mari's mom Mari's lovely mom got me. She came and visited a couple weeks ago, and she got me this pencil because I'm in aerospace, and Liz has a matching one because we're twinsies. And yeah, those are the new additions to the wall. I tried to angle my phone better, so hopefully you guys get a little glimpse of my fart gun, and then also Ted Lasso on my shelf here. I think you can see this a little bit better, my Minions sign. I think you can see my let's all go to the lobby and get ourselves a treat a little bit better. I'm forgetting what you guys can see. If I remember correctly, you guys can see the words here, but you can't see like above that. So that's my wall. Really proud of this wall still. Big fan. Happy that it's my wall. I love this sign. This sign's awesome. Yeah. Okay. Moving into oh my god, almost forgot. Cardboard cutout of the week. As we remember, Barack Obama is still here. Charlie XCX with the Rest in Peace Brat Summer tombstone is still here. And newest addition to the cardboard cutouts, we have, drumroll please, green beans. That is our new cardboard cutout of the week. I'm a big fan of how my cardboard cutouts are just getting bigger and bigger, which is great news because in like 4 months, I'm going to have like a life-size cardboard cutout. So stay tuned for that, I guess. But yeah, I love green beans. Green beans are amazing. No one appreciates them enough. I know I talked about this last episode. But I can't talk about them enough. 2 Saturdays ago now, I went to the dining hall and I asked the lady at the dining hall, so there's only one spot in the dining hall serves green beans, and it's not every time. They don't have them every day. So when there are green beans, I gotta make sure like that's my meal. I will only eat the green beans. And 2 Saturdays ago now, they had green beans, and at the station that they have them at, there's 3 things. There's like some sort of like meat protein thing, some sort of like rice type thing, and then a vegetable. And so I went up to the lady, and normally people are like, yeah, can I get all 3, please? And I was like, can you only give me the veggies, please? I actually only want the green beans, and can you give me a lot? Thank you. I was orangutan pointing at the green beans. I went up to her and I went, I love the orangutan pointing things. Those videos are awesome. Anyways, sorry. I went up to the lady and I was like, yeah, can I just only get green beans? And can you like give me a lot, please? And so she gives me a couple scoops and she's like, is this good? And I was like, could you put a little bit more, please? Thanks. And so she goes in and she all she had to do was give me another scoop that was like the same size as the previous 2. But instead she goes in for this monster of a scoop, and then puts that on top. So now I have a mountain of green beans on my plate, like so absurdly large that everyone in line is now laughing at me. But best plate of green beans I ever had. I love the green beans there. And I was talking to someone about the green beans the other day because when am I not talking about green beans? I was talking to someone and he was like laughing at me because he was like, they're so like, they're not flavorful. Like they don't put any seasoning on them. And I'm like, yeah, that's how I want it. Like people are making fun of me now because I just want my green beans to be plain. Just me and my green beans against the world. That's all I need. It's just me and the green beans. No garlic, no onion. I know I've already said this. I don't want anything else. I just want the green beans. Can a girl just be... I almost just said something so dumb. I almost just said, can a girl be intimate with her green beans? I just want an intimate experience with me and just my green beans. Just, can a girl be intimate with her green beans? Sorry, that's such a dumb joke. That's my bad. This is all of you guys right now. Me when I make a joke about being intimate with my green beans. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, guys.
What the Sigma?
I actually meant to try to stop. The other one kept going. Tried to stop it. Accidentally hit what the Sigma. So that's my bad. Okay. For sure. Yeah. Okay. Let me just... Okay. Sorry, I'm a little bit, embarrassed about the joke I just made. So I can't really, process, like, where to go from here. You know? I want to issue a formal apology. I do apologize for saying that I should be intimate with my green beans. I really don't think there's anywhere I can go from here. I think I gotta call it a day. I think I need to step back, and I think I need to reflect for a little bit. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, anyways. Let me talk about my week, I guess. I can't believe I said that. Okay. They haven't had green beans in so long, too. I think the last time I had green beans was like a week and a half ago. Like 9 days ago, I had green beans. It was like... No, it's been like 12 days. It's almost been 2 weeks since I've had green beans. Guys... Or maybe it was 11 days. I can't do the math. It's been almost 2 weeks since I've had green beans. Life is rough. Life is rough. Speaking of life being rough, last week was kind of awful. I don't want to talk about why, because it actually... Let me say this. So last week sucked in the moment, and I thought that there were so many things that were happening that were, like, not going to destroy my life, but, like, make me really upset for a long time. And, like, looking at my notes app when I had talked about it, because I tried to film last week, like, I've completely forgotten about half of this. Like, nothing is ever that deep. That's my lesson. I tried to film last week. I tried to film last Friday. I filmed for 30 minutes, and I was just being way too negative. And so I stopped, and I, like, took a second, and I was like, let me be more positive. Like, I can't, like, I just was starting to feel, like, bad, like, about myself. I was just not feeling, I was already not in the best mood, and then I was just feeling worse by, like, riling myself up in the negative mood, if that makes sense. So I was being way too negative. I was like, I don't want to post this. So I restarted, and I was like, let me be more positive. That episode, I filmed 50 minutes, and I made a joke that was so bad that I had to stop filming immediately. And I really wish I still had the footage, because I totally would have shown it. But in the moment, I was so, like, over it, and, like, again, not in a good mood at all, that I immediately deleted it off my laptop. I didn't save it. So that's my bad, guys. I made a joke, though, that was so bad, and it had to do with green beans. I forget what the joke was. Not as bad as being intimate, that's for sure. But it was so bad, and I was in such a bad mood that I was like, I'm gonna stop. But I really wish I still had the footage of it, because I say the joke, and then I pause and I stare at the ground for like 4 seconds. And I look back at the camera, and I was like, did you guys hear how bad of a joke that was? Like, that was awful. And then again, I kind of sat in silence for a couple more seconds, and then I just get up and I stopped filming. And so I wish that I still had the footage, because it was funny, like, looking back. In the moment, awful. I was really not having a good day. I think part of it was like my first bad day since, like, my first, like, really bad day. Like, I have had a couple bad days, obviously, like everyone does, but it was my first just, like, awful day. And I was stressed, and I was sad, and I had also called one of my parents, and it just, like, we didn't have, like, a fun phone call. Like, it wasn't, like, awful. I mean, obviously, anytime I talk to my parents, it's like I enjoy it, but, like, it just ended, and I just didn't feel it just wasn't as fun as I would have hoped, I guess. We had to talk about something that was more serious because my financial aid is all over the place, and so that was stressing me out. And so I couldn't, like, talk to them, like, about anything else other than the thing that was stressing me out. So it just, like, and then it was stressing them out too, and so it was just not good. And so I was, like, really, like, not, it was just my first day of just awfulness since, like, starting my happiness journey TM. And so I think that it was really hard for me to, like, deal with a really bad day for the first time in a really long time because, as we know, last semester for me was awful. And I had so many awful days that stopped. Like, I stopped having those awful days when I came home in, like, May because I was home and I wasn't here anymore. But so it was my first time since, like, May of having just a really awful day. And I didn't really know how to, like, handle that because I've been in such a mindset of I need to be happy constantly in order to, like, prevent myself from being really sad. So that was, like, pretty difficult and a learning experience. Obviously, sometimes there's going to be bad days, which I knew. And then sometimes you're just going to have really, really awful days where no matter what you do, you just can't really be, like, in the best mood. I was trying. I really was. I was trying. I still love the fish philosophy. I was still trying to choose my attitude last week, but ultimately I just wasn't feeling great. So I just needed to take a break. So that's why I didn't post anything last week. And yeah. I really wish I still had the footage of me ending it because it would have been really funny. But yeah, sometimes days aren't going to be that great. And, like, here's the thing too, is I don't want to only post when I'm in a great mood. Because that's not real either. And, like, sometimes you're just not going to be in the best of moods, which adds to this whole thing being the Midwest. Like, sometimes I'm going to get on here and I'm going to be feeling fine, and I'm going to talk about the most boring week of all time. And, like, I'm completely fine with that. That's the point of this, is just for me to talk and into the void. And it's, like, super lame. But last week I was just, like, being really negative. Like, really negative. I couldn't be positive. I was really trying, but I couldn't. And I didn't really want to put out, like, that negative of energy into the world. And, like, have that associated with me at all. And also I feel like I feel like energy is such, like, a contagious thing, and so I feel like anyone watching would have been, like, off put and, like, not necessarily put in a bad mood, but I feel like I would have given them some of my negative energy. I was just really not feeling it last week, and I just, like, really wasn't there. So this week we're in a better mood. Energy is doing great. And yeah, so that's why I didn't post anything last week. I don't really think I'm going to talk about anything that happened because it was pretty uneventful anyways. And then the things that did happen just weren't great. So we will fast forward to this week. Last Saturday, I didn't really do anything until, like, Saturday night. Here's the thing, my relationship with Saturdays is I'm either so unbelievably locked in, I will be locked in for 10 hours straight getting so much work done, or I don't touch my laptop all day and I don't do anything. And so last Saturday was going to go ahead and be the latter. I didn't do anything all day. I, like, cleaned a little bit, but I didn't do any, like, work. And so, yeah, that was just how that Saturday was. I did end up hanging out. I went to Liz and Mari's dorm, and, like, all the baddies were there. The baddies is, for those of my, like, my friends from home and stuff, the baddies are, like, the name of the friend group. So the baddies include Liz and Mari and Ava and Brian and Noah and Barkley, Soma. I feel like I might be forgetting people. Darian. I think that's it. Sorry if I forgot any of the baddies. That's my bad. But I hung out with the baddies on Saturday night after I did absolutely nothing all day. And we got Taco Bell. That was hype. I got the huge, got my chicken quesadilla from Taco Bell. The only thing that's better than a chicken quesadilla from Taco Bell is green beans. If green beans didn't exist, I would be talking about the Taco Bell chicken quesadilla the way I talk about green beans. But green beans do exist, thank God. So I'm going to talk about green beans the way I talk about green beans, instead of talking about the Taco Bell chicken quesadilla the way I talk about green beans. But yeah, and then we played like Jackbox and stuff, or like what's the other one that's not Jackbox? But like it's like the same thing. I'm forgetting. Maybe it counts as, I actually don't know. We played a game, and that was fun. Then on Sunday, I just did a bunch of work and nothing really happened. So we're gonna move to Monday, where also nothing happened. You know what happened on Monday is I learned that it's Brussels sprouts and not Brussels space sprouts. It's Brussels sprouts. And I don't really know why I didn't know that. I don't really know why that came as such a surprise. Because if you really think about it, the name Brussels sprouts makes no sense. But Brussels sprouts makes sense. And so I kind of feel like an idiot. And I think that sometimes life is there to humble you. And on Monday I was humbled for sure. I felt like an idiot. I was like, how did I go almost 20 years on the planet without once realizing that it's Brussels sprouts and not Brussels sprouts? It makes no sense. 2 seconds thinking about it, you're like, oh yeah, it would be Brussels space sprouts. But no. I've just walked around the whole time saying Brussels sprouts. But I mean, thank God, like that's not something that's easy to catch on. I'm glad I found it out myself and no one was like, haha, you're saying it wrong. But then once I admitted it, people still were like, haha, you said it wrong. So I guess either way I got made fun of and humbled, but it's okay. Sometimes that's just how life goes. Speaking of needing humbling, my TAs in this one class that I have need to be humbled. They need to be humbled so bad. They were pissing me off. A TA's purpose, the literal reason that you are in the room with me is to help me and tell me why. I had a question. So, okay, let me actually tell you guys what class is for. I have this one class where, for the lab, you are 1 week in the machine shop, like building stuff and like sawing things and whatever. And then the other week, you'll be like in the computer lab thing, and you like design stuff with the 3D programming thing. And so, this last Tuesday I was in the computer lab and we were like designing parts, whatever. And for the homework assignment, I got a few points off because I didn't like use the thing called the hole wizard. I didn't use that because I forgot how it worked, so I didn't want to like destroy my thing. So I made holes in my objects, but I didn't use the hole wizard when I did it, so they weren't correct. So I got some points marked off. And I asked the TA, hey, how do I use the hole wizard? Because 2 weeks prior was the first time I was in the computer lab. And for the hour 50-minute lab, so basically 2 hours. 2 hours in the lab, they are constantly throwing information at you. And you have to then go home and then make the rest of the parts with the information that they were throwing at you for like just constantly for 2 hours straight. So I go home and I do the work. The only thing is I forget how to use the hole wizard. So I build the parts, I have them dimensioned properly. I just forget how to make some of the holes. Not even all the holes needed it, only some of them. So for the most part, I did like 80% of the project, 80% of the thing correctly. It was just I forgot how to use the hole wizard. And I tried, but I didn't want to like destroy the part that I had already made. So I just turned it in and I was like, I'll resubmit once I learn how to use the hole wizard because hey, my TAs will probably help me, right? No, wrong. My TAs will help me? No, They won't. Like, I'm still like dumbfounded. Like, I walk to my lab. I asked one of my TAs. I said, "Hey, how do you use the whole wizard again?" And he said, "Well, we learned that last time." Bruh. I literally, that's the only thing I needed help on. Like, I don't understand how you expect me to remember literally every single minute detail, every single morsel of information that you threw at me constantly for 2 hours. My bad that I forgot one thing. That's my bad that I forgot one thing that you told me 2 weeks ago. While I was also trying to obtain a trillion other things at the same time. So I was like already pissed. And one thing about me is, okay, also I'm the only girl in that lab. So of course my first thought was like, okay, they're just like, okay, the girl is being dumb. And so that was like my first thought. So I was just kind of more pissed than I would have been. Because I was like, well, if I was a dude, like maybe you would help me more. Like, you guys just aren't even like taking me seriously. And so that was like a little bit frustrating. But in a second, you'll see that they're just unhelpful to everyone, not even just me because I'm a girl. And the other thing, too, is the guy that told me that, oh, well, you learned that last week and didn't help me at all. The other thing, too, is, like, you cannot talk to me like that when you're dressed like your mom picked your outfit like it is the picture day in 2nd grade. Because tell me why this man is not helping me and he is dressed in a button-up t-shirt with some dumb pattern that's, like, pink, khaki shorts, hokas, black socks pulled up a little too high. And he's talking to me like that, and he's not helping me, and a $12 watch from, like, Marshall's, and he's talking to me like that. Like, girl, don't play with me right now. Don't play with me in that outfit. In that outfit, like, if you're gonna be unhelpful, at least look good. At least be dressed to the nines. Like, don't even get me started. The other TA, too, okay, the other TA, also, the other TA's name, you can't be named that. And, like, walk around being super unhelpful like that as a TA. I'm not going to drop his name because this is going to be public. I'm not going to dox this poor TA. But the other TA, the guy next to me needed help. And he asked his question. And that TA goes, yeah, you're in a bit of a pickle. You have a lot of editing to do. And then walked away. Like, that's crazy. I just don't understand, like their only purpose in being there is to help, and like neither of them were being helpful at all. Like, quite the opposite, actually. Like, and that TA too. It's like, what else did he do? I forget what else he did. He was also super unhelpful to another guy. Like, y'all are there to answer my questions. Also, again, like, literally, like, don't play with me. Your black t-shirt tucked into your dark green pants doesn't even match. It doesn't even match. I don't know who told you that looked good. And the frames of your glasses don't even, like, match your face shape. Again, don't play with me. The audacity of some people is baffling. The audacity of a man dressed like a 2nd grader. That's crazy that you talk to me like that. That you like are actually being so unhelpful and low key rude about it too. Like, they weren't even like, if you're gonna be unhelpful, at least be nice. Like, dang. Sorry, I got a little mean there. I probably shouldn't make fun of people's physical appearance like that. In my defense, your outfit is in your control. I'm not making fun of things that you can't control. That man could have chosen a better outfit. Said he had a Patrick Star colored shirt on and khaki shorts. And black socks, really? At least wear white ones. Okay. It's just his outfit didn't match. Neither of their outfits matched. And the green shirt or the black shirt tucked in the green pants was pissing me off. Because it looked dumb. Okay. I'm sorry. That's my bad. I got a little bit carried away there. That wasn't very positive of me. I'm sorry. Sincerest apologies. That's my bad. Anyways, I guess now we'll talk about Wednesday. Wednesday. Sorry, got really excited because I just remembered Wednesday was the day I went to the Guardians game with Mari. We got like free tickets a couple weeks ago for the game on Wednesday. We got there really late, like at the end of the third inning, but then the game went into overtime, so it like evened out. But the game was really fun. This is gonna be a crazy statement that's about to come out of my mouth. I really want to go to more baseball games because they're fun. I think it's like low-key, the Angels are such a bad team, and like nobody goes to those games, so it's like it's kind of boring when you're there. But Guardians games are more fun. Plus, like the Angels don't have anything where it's like there's something fun for the fans to watch. Like the Angels, it's just like, here's baseball. Also, this team is garbage, so watch this garbage team play baseball. And then the Guardians, I guess, are like, apparently they're pretty good. Every time I've watched them, they've played actually pretty bad. Like they almost lost to the Twins, who were like, I think, one of the worst teams in the league. So, and then the other game that I went to earlier, like 4 weeks ago, they lost. So, apparently they're good. And they also have this weird thing. I don't know why, but they have like mustard, ketchup, and onion. And they're 3 hot dogs with one has mustard, one has ketchup, and one has onions. And they just do like fun little things with the hot dogs. Like it's like people in mascot costumes of hot dogs. And so it's awesome. And it's fun. And it's like something to watch when like the game's like boring or like in between the innings and stuff. And then also like there's something about, like, I don't know if it's just because there's something about Guardians games that makes me so proud to be in Ohio. And like, if we're all being honest, I feel like we can all admit that it's probably difficult to like be proud to be in Ohio and like happy to be in Ohio because it's Ohio. Also, especially being from Southern California, I'm so spoiled. Like, Southern California is perfect, and then I'm in Ohio. But going to Guardians games makes me like really like so unbelievably like proud to be in Ohio. It makes me love the state of Ohio. So that's another reason why I like going to those games. I don't know what it is about it. I feel like there's just like there's nothing more American than baseball and like hot dogs. Which I see constantly at the baseball game because of the hot dog mascots, and also I like to eat hot dogs at baseball games. Even though sometimes there's negative consequences to that, as we know. But there's like nothing more American than that. And then I just kind of associate being American like the type of American that you feel about baseball is also like the type of American that you feel when you think of the state of Ohio, if that makes sense. So I don't know if any of what I just said makes sense, but I enjoy going to baseball games. I enjoy going to Guardians games because it makes me like proud to be in Ohio, and also low-key proud to be American. So yeah, there's that. I also bought that foam hand at the game. That was hype. Really happy with that purchase. And speaking of purchases, yesterday, y'all are never going to guess what I bought. Actually, you will, because I posted it on my story, because I was really happy. I bought Dua Lipa tickets. Yup. I bought Dua Lipa tickets. First off, I missed my hardest class. I mean, I was physically in the class. My computers class that's like insanely difficult and impossible that I talk about all the time. That class, yesterday I bought the tickets. And I was like, so first off, the thing opened at 1. My class started at 1. And so I was like in the queue while class was going on. And so I was like trying to take notes. I was trying to do notes, but I was so stressed about what was happening on my phone with trying to buy these tickets that like I like couldn't focus on what was going on. Because I was also so stressed because so last semester I tried to buy Billy tickets. But then I ended up just crying in downstairs Tomlinson trying to buy the tickets because they were just too expensive. And I was like, I don't know that I want to spend all this money, which now I regret. I wish I just spent all the money on them. But because of my experience with the Billie Eilish tickets, I was like, I need these Dua Lipa tickets. And if I don't get them, I'm going to kill myself. Because I can't. It's been too long since I've been to a concert. Like, I know I went to Lizzie McAlpine earlier this year, but that's not like a dance concert. Like, that's not like a hype concert. So I need to go to a Dua Lipa concert. And because that's going to be hype. And so in the middle of class, I'm like missing the lesson because I just really want these tickets. But hallelujah, I got them. I can't even express to you guys enough like how excited I am. This has put me in a good mood since like the moment I bought the tickets. I've been in such a fantastic mood because I'm so excited. The only thing is I do have to wait over a year for this concert. And I'm a little bit stressed because so the concert is in LA in early October. So I'm going to be in school here in the Midwest. And then I'm going to have to go fly back to LA, back home to go to this concert. Which is, like, exciting because I'm going to get to see my parents, like, because right now I came here and I'm not going to get to see my parents again until Thanksgiving. And so, like, that always sucks. But I get to, like, cut the time in half and I get to see them in October. And then I also don't have to pay for a hotel, so that's good. And then also I'm going with my queen, Lauren Hambrick. I'm really excited. I love Lauren. And so, yeah. I think that I will say I am stressed. This is why I started talking about it. I am stressed that I'm going to have, like, an exam or something because it's on a Sunday. The concert's on a Sunday. So my guess is, like, I'm hoping I'll, like, fly in on Friday. And then I'll, like, see my family on Saturday and stuff. And, like, Sunday. And then Sunday night, I'll go to the concert. And then I'll fly back Monday probably. But I'm scared that I'm going to have like an exam or something on Monday. Which would suck. Because, and you guys are probably thinking, Lily, like, why would a professor make an exam on a Monday? Like, that never happens. That's me this weekend. This weekend this weekend I'm going to be studying for an exam I have on Monday. For calc. But I'm not going to flame my calc professor because I love him. Because he's awesome. I really like him. But I will say a bonus to this concert being a year from now is that I'm going to forget the negative financial impact that the ticket purchase had on me because I'll have, over a year to, like, work my way back up. And it'll make me feel less bad about, A, buying the plane ticket that I'm going to have to buy, and B, buying merch. So I feel like, you know, there's pros and cons to everything. I'm going to try to look at the pros. So yeah. The other thing too is the tickets actually weren't even that bad. After the fees, after buying both tickets, I paid like $360 or something. $360 when you're in the mirror, do you like what you see? When you're in the mirror, you're just looking at me. I'm everywhere, I'm so Julia. Sorry. I have this thing where if someone says something that's like the title of a song or a song lyric, I have to sing it. And I don't know if that means that there's something off with me mentally. But unfortunately it is something that I do deal with every day and I struggle with every day. And yeah. Okay, anyways. That was stupid. I paid like $360 after the fees. So that's honestly not terrible. Plus I'm also telling myself that because I didn't buy the Billie Eilish tickets, I'm actually more in the green than I would have been, obviously, like if I bought them. So therefore these ticket prices were low-key kind of slashed in half because I'm only buying tickets for one concert and not two. Does that make any sense to anyone? I didn't buy Billie Eilish tickets, which means that it's actually more okay for me to spend a lot of money on the Dua Lipa tickets. But I will say I actually don't regret, like, I would have paid like $400 per ticket if I'm being completely honest because I, like, need to see Dua Lipa. I love Dua Lipa so much. Also, I'm mad that I'm not seeing Billie because Billie's also my favorite. So it's like Dua Lipa is, like, literally, like, Billie Eilish is my favorite, and then Dua Lipa's, like, right below. And honestly, because I'm in my happiness journey TM, I listen to Dua Lipa way more than I listen to Billie, because Billie obviously like doesn't have the most hype of music, and Dua Lipa has the most hype of music. It's awesome. And I'm so excited. Also, like, can I be annoying really quick? Like, I'm really sorry, guys. Like, can I please, like, just really quickly be a little bit annoying? Because all I want to say is, I know Dua Lipa better than anyone on this planet. Like, I'm about to be annoying about this. I really do apologize. I literally have known Dua Lipa before any of you guys did. And I can say, I'm confidently saying that. I'm saying that with confidence. Nobody knows Dua Lipa like I do. Like, in late 2015, actually, I think a little over 9 years ago, because I think it was like August 2015. Basically, around exactly 9 years ago, Dua Lipa released her first single called New Love. And I discovered that. I like discovered it like pretty much almost right after it was released. Somehow stumbled upon it and changed my life. Like, I'm not even being dramatic when I say like that changed the course of my life, because that introduced me to Dua Lipa. And I love Dua Lipa so much. And like, where would I be without Dua Lipa today? On my happiness journey, TM, I would not be as far along without Dua Lipa. Like, that's for sure. I love Dua Lipa so much, and none of y'all know her like I do. Y'all were not around like I was in late 2015. In 2015, I remember 5th grade, we would on our Chromebooks in 5th grade in class, everyone discovered this website called Jungle Vibe, and it had like illegal music, like MP4 music. And I would listen to Dua Lipa New Love constantly, just on repeat. And like y'all literally do not know Dua Lipa like I do. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. And the album, that first album too, is so good. I love Dua Lipa, and all of her albums are so good. Honestly, I can't even choose which one my favorite is. Like, because the first album is so good, and then you listen to the second album, and it's also so good. And then you listen to the third album that she just released, and it's like, it's too good. It's too good. But, like I said, no one. Alicia Keys' As I Am, track 4, no one knows Dua Lipa like I do. That's all I have to say about that. I could talk about that for hours. But anyways, I can't wait for this concert. It's going to be so good. Since I got the pre-sale code, I've been listening to Dua Lipa constantly. Just constant repeat, as Charlie XCX once said, constant repeat. And I've had to like set up a cutoff time for me to stop listening to her, because her music gives me so much energy that like the other night I tried to listen to her before I went to bed, and I was just too hyped up, and so I couldn't fall asleep. I fell asleep at like 3 a.m, like on Tuesday, because I could not. Actually, no, it was Wednesday, because I couldn't fall asleep because I was too excited listening to Dua Lipa's music. Yeah. I don't really want to drink this Dr. Pepper right now, because I just need water. I lost my water bottle. And so I've gone this entire week without water. Did not realize how much I depended on that water bottle. The other night, on Tuesday night, it was Tuesday night, I went to bed with the most raging headache because I've just been so dehydrated. And the only thing that I have to like have my water, because I have one tumbler that I use for my coffee, and so I'm carrying that around in the morning with my coffee in it, so I'm not going to have water in it, because coffee is obviously more important than water, because coffee is my breakfast. Anyways, the only other cup that I have is a cup that Ava Larson got me, Queen, by the way. And that cup is like, first off, bright purple, but then there's a picture on it that has like a rainbow like border thingy, and in the middle of like the rainbow thing is like a weirdly animated like happy face, and then there's text that says goes to Walmart, buys almond. Because I don't know why, but I would show that to Ava all the time, and it would make me laugh so hard. It's like one of my, for some reason, it's just a really funny meme it's like just one of my favorites. So before I went to school, she got me that cup, and so obviously I can't carry that around campus, because it's like just a dumb meme. So I can't leave my room with that, and that stays in my room, unless I have to go downstairs to go fill it up. But I can't walk around outside this building with it. So I've had no water outside of my room. But I did just buy a new Awala. But that doesn't get here until like another like 4 days. So that's annoying. But anyways, what was I talking about? Dua Lipa. Her music is so good, guys. Like y'all don't get it like I do. Y'all really don't. Listening to Dua Lipa makes me, I don't know why I know this. Do you guys, the Family Guy scene, I think, so Peter tries, I think it's a Red Bull. It's some sort of like energy drink, maybe like, I don't think it's coffee, but he tries some sort of like energy drink. We'll just call it a Red Bull. He tries one for the first time, and then, there's like a montage of him like singing and dancing or something, like in the clouds. Like that's what happens to him the first time he tries a Red Bull, and that's how listening to Dua Lipa makes me feel. Let me just throw up into the mic. Listening to Dua Lipa makes me feel like that one scene in Family Guy where Peter tries a Red Bull for the first time. But yeah, that's enough about Dua Lipa. Maybe I should shut up about Dua Lipa, because who cares? Today, what happened today? I had 2 classes. I had calc. And I had quizzes in both of these classes, actually. And calc, I think I did fine. There's a chance that I messed up on the algebra. I think I did the calculus part right, but I think I did the algebra part wrong. The simple algebra. Because I'm just an idiot, I guess. But what can you do? I think I did fine otherwise on that quiz. I do want to give a quick shout out to my calc professor. How long have I been filming? I want to give a quick shout out to my calc professor, because I love him. I think he's my favorite professor that I've had in college so far. And I haven't even spoken to him. I've spoken to him once. I said good morning. I'm pretty sure that's the only time I've ever spoken to him. But I do love him. I would take... How many bullets would I take for him? I think I'd take like 4. I don't know if I'd make it to 5. I think I would take 4 bullets for him, though. He's just really nice, and he's a silly guy. And today, what did he say today? He said we were learning some method on how to like do something for the gradient, and he said this method is bussin', no cap. And he's awesome. Other things he says things like that all the time. He said the other day he said he wasn't a Cars stan, like the movie Cars. He wasn't a Cars stan. One time he said, "You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?" I think one of my favorites, well, today he might have outdone it with this method is bussin', no cap. But before, my favorite thing that he had said was he showed us like some 3D thing that would like help us visualize like the equations we were looking at, and he said that it was low-key goated. There we go. She fell. Bruh. Moment of silence for the fallen foam hand. Can this stop? I can't even get it to stop, guys. We just have to write it out, I guess. Now the clapping one is playing. Okay, there we go. Dang. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, guys. I don't know how to get things to stick to my wall. I mean, I'm sure there's things I could buy, but I just don't want to buy them. Anyways. What was I talking about? my calc professor. Oh, he said that the 3D thing that we were like using was low key goated. So I just love him. He's a great guy. He's also like really passionate about like calculus and math, and I just like I think it makes it like a lot more like fun to learn and like low key easier to learn when like your professor's like obviously very passionate about it. Like he'll go off on like little tangents. Today he went on a like a 30-second tangent about like Gauss, just a mathematician guy. Because he just loves math. And so I feel like it's always nice to have a professor like that. So yeah, I really like him. I will say, statics, my next class where I had the second quiz, I do regret to inform you guys that I did not eat. I don't think I did good at all. I kind of had no clue what I was doing. I know the equations that I need to use. I just couldn't do it. TBH. TBSFR. To be so for real, I don't think that I did very good on that. But you know what? That's alright. It's unfortunate, but it's one quiz. And also the class, like, is overall pretty easy, so I'll be okay. I'll live. I'll still like do fine in the class. Like I'm actually not really worried about it. It was just one quiz. I just can't really, obviously can't keep doing that, but today I'm not too stressed about it. I got bigger things to deal with. Like that dumb computers class that I have no idea what's going on in. Still, I got a 0 out of 30 on lab 1 because my thing produced a fatal error. My code produced a fatal error, which means that it was just so bad that it just couldn't run at all. Turns out it was actually just one little fix. But I went into office hours today after my classes, and I went in to Dr. Bachman's office, my king Dr. Bachman, and because I live there, I reside in that office, and he helped me out, so that was pretty chill. I fixed it, and so now I shouldn't have a 0 out of 30. I'll probably still end up getting like a 22 out of 30, but, it's better than 0. Other than that, that was really my week. I had a pretty good week today. Today I had a pretty good week. Yeah. I think part of the reason why I had such a good week was I was just happy that it wasn't last week. Because, honestly, just could really only go up from there. Was really not having a good week. Can I really quickly... Sorry, I just saw my notes app and my miscellaneous thing. Has anyone else's Spotify been so annoying and, like, laggy and buggy... Like, and so buggy? Like, I don't understand what's wrong with it. But, my Spotify has been so glitchy and so slow. It's actually killing me because I'm kind of constantly using Spotify. So... when it's like not working for no reason, it's constantly, and it's starting to piss me off. So I'm just wondering if anyone else's Spotify has been like that. Because so I've tried restarting my phone multiple times. The app is updated. Like it doesn't need to update anymore. Like it's not like I'm behind on updates. And it's also not like I don't have service. Like I have service here. And even then, and Wi-Fi. And even then, it's still doing that with my downloaded stuff. It's being so like... It'll take like 5 seconds for a song to start playing, or like I'll go to skip a song and I have to wait another 5 seconds for the song to skip. And like so sometimes I think, oh, maybe I didn't tap the button. So then I'll tap the button again, and then it skips 2 songs after like the 5-second period. So I don't know what's going on, but it's really pissing me off. If you couldn't tell. So yeah, my Spotify has been really annoying. Speaking of music, I want to talk about Sabrina Carpenter's album for just 2 seconds. I recently, or when I first listened to it, I rated it a 5 out of 10, and I said it was kind of disappointing. And I would like to bump it up to a 6.5 out of 10, because it's growing on me, and I think it's better, and I don't think I gave it enough credit. I think part of it was I was just disappointed because Espresso is my favorite song on the album still, and that was the lead single. Like, that was the first single on the album. So the fact that none of the rest of the songs I listened to after that were as good as it was kind of disappointing. So I'm still going to rate it a 6.5, but that's better than a 5, as we know. Or at least I hope you know. And so yeah, just really quickly, just a formal statement of Short and Sweet wasn't that bad. So It's growing on me. Another thing, musically speaking, is I can finally listen to Lizzie McAlpine again. I don't know if I already talked about that. I don't know if I had already talked about that or if I was telling someone about that. If I already talked about it, my bad. I can finally listen to Lizzie McAlpine again. After my normal not being able to listen to music for 4 to 8 months after a concert, I'm able to listen to Lizzie McAlpine again. I wonder, though, if that's going to happen with Dua Lipa. If after Dua Lipa, I'm not going to be able to listen to her. Because I love her music so much, but I know, oh my god, I'm going to be so sad after the Dua Lipa concert. Here's the thing about me in concerts, is I get so excited that I'm there because I just love music, and then I also, like, live music is awesome. And, like, the energy of just, like, listening to music live. And then also it's, like, that music artist that I love is right there. Are you kidding? Like, that's crazy. That's insane. And, like, I like Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is by no means my favorite artist, but it was still crazy to be, like, Taylor Swift is, like, right there. Like, Taylor Swift, I can see her. And, like, I'm in the same vicinity as her. And then, like, obviously, like, it was crazy with Phineas too. I was like, Phineas is right there. Also, Billie Eilish was in the crowd, so it was like Billie is like in the crowd with me right now. That's crazy. And like, what other concerts have I been to? Being like in like I finna be in the pit when I was like in like GA for the Driver Era concert. Ross Lynch being in front of me was crazy. And so it'd be like, I feel like being in the same room as Dua Lipa is gonna be wild. So I feel like I'm gonna be really sad after the concert, but I also love her music so much that I wonder how if I'm gonna like not be able to listen to it again, because I'm gonna be really sad, but also I'm gonna love. I just like love her music always, so that'll be interesting. Because after a concert, when I try to listen to that artist's music, I'm so sad that I'm not there anymore. So I can't listen to it. But anyways. I think that's really it. And I feel like we had a good solid time. Talked a lot, per usual. And yeah. I do want to address, is the lighting better? Because so normally I have this light on. Oh my god. But that's like really bright and it makes me look so pale. And so in an effort to make me not look as bad, and then also to save your eyes from becoming blinded by how white I am, I'm trying this lighting. I have my LEDs turned on and like all the way up, and then hopefully like some of the natural light from my window over there helps a bit. So yeah. That's what we're trying out this week. I have a couple other things that I might try lighting wise in the coming weeks. So we'll have to wait and see if those like look better. So I don't know. But that's really all I'm going to talk about this week. As if I didn't talk for an hour already. Yeah. Thanks for watching. I hope episode 1 of The Midwest was enjoyable. If it wasn't enjoyable though, like that's the point. Like it's mid. So you actually can't even be upset if it wasn't enjoyable. But if it was enjoyable, like I'm glad you had a good time. Yeah, that's going to do it for this week. Again, thanks for watching. I hope everyone had a great week, and I hope everyone has a great week after that. Yeah. Thanks, Mom, for watching. Love you, Mom. Bye, guys.